This is a home of independent, fearless, credible, and impactful journalism, such as what is happening in Bawuku right now, where Winston and I standing by to continue with Ballot Box for a few more minutes. Hello, Winston, you take over.
People have forgotten that NAPCO is just an addition. Before NAPCO, during the term we're in office, youth employment used to exist. And under youth employment, many young people were employed here in Bawuku also. Over 400 young people, over 300 Zoom nurses and etc. were engaged under YEA when NDC was in office. So those ones were created. Now, when you talk about somebody bringing a job opportunity, if I send a school block to Bawuku, do you know how many people it will employ? It will employ the tipper truck drivers who will bring the sun. It will employ the masons who will work there. It will employ the carpenters who work there. It will employ the artisans who will work there. It will employ the engineers who will supervise. So trust me, it is not only when you call somebody and say, I'm giving you a permanent employment, but when you send infrastructure to a place, it also creates employment opportunities for people. And I want to assure you that we have embarked on a program where we are taking the data and statistics of graduates, people with certificates and diplomas across the constituency, so that when we win in 2020, we will set up a job placement center where we'll be lobbying for jobs for all the young people who have degrees and certificates from Bawuku Central constituency. That's something that we're doing. Now, you spoke about the investigation at the Special Prosecutor's Office. It's an investigation regarding the procurement of an ambulance by the Assembly, paid from my share of the Common Fund and the Health Fund, and an investigation in which the Special Prosecutor thinks he has something, I believe he has nothing, and the matter is in court. And it's been on for how many years now? And the last time we were in court, I was with her, we were in court. The judge has adjourned it to 2021 because, I mean, she's on vacation, and so we'll continue. I can assure you that ultimately, when we get into the details of the case, you will find out that your MP really has done nothing apart from wanting you to have an ambulance.
Okay, let me get to you, Honorable Avoka.
Thank you. My constituent, Ezekiel, also indicated that Hussein had bought an ambulance from his common fund, and that I should also mention one project that I have used my common fund to do. I wish he were to say that I should mention many of them, or I could mention a lot of them. But let me indicate that I use my share of the MP's common fund to build a chief's compound at Dagunga, under the Zangoyiri traditional area. A whole chief's compound that can value the cost of over 10 ambulances. I use my share of the common fund to build a 4-classroom block at Kubogo in the the Kansogo electoral area that can buy or build 10 ambulances. And if I may make this observation, Honorable Fuseni bought an ambulance for Zebilla Hospital. Without a hospital, he could have bought an ambulance under a tree.
Okay.
I built the Zebilla District Hospital.
Okay.
And then he bought an ambulance later, which is greater.
Okay, but Honorable Avoka, briefly, now the 4-unit classroom block that you built, yes, how much did it cost?
I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
That was about 2016.
2016.
That I built the classroom
Because when
block.
you say it can build, that 4-unit classroom block can buy 10 ambulances.
But an ambulance is very, I mean, not more than 50,000.
50,000?
Yes. This one I built was about 150,000.
So you can buy 3.
Several of them.
3, not 10. Anyway, let me get to you, Honorable Fuseni. Honorable Fuseni, you're struggling to turn your microphone on. Okay, it's on, so go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think, point of correction, I'm the MP for Zebilla constituency, and I'm in charge of Bawuku district. Kubogo hasn't got a built or maybe a structured, approved chip center building. It hasn't got. I'm telling you, the Kubogo, no. I'm telling you that Kubogo people.
I said classroom. I said classroom.
It's a classroom.
Classroom.
Listen.
Okay.
I said I built a Jewish compound at Dagunga and the Zangoyiri traditional area. And I built a 4-classroom block at Kubogo.
Okay. Then I apologize for that. I think you should have applauded me as an MPP MP for being so gentle by apologizing.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you have not thought right. I don't know whether I didn't hear properly again. He said he built a Zebilla hospital. I don't know whether an MP command fund can build a hospital, a Zebilla hospital.
Well,
A Zebilla hospital. Because the questionnaire told us that I bought an ambulance. So I don't know whether an MP can build that Zebilla hospital that is standing over there.
Okay.
So, and the second thing here is that, in fact, when I was mentioning it was lack of time. The sister who came from Zebilla, Adisa, asked about why I'm not continuing with the health directorate building. You see, in economics, we have something we call scale of preference. You understand the point? I decided to divert my attention to saving life by building an ultra-modern maternity center because of the way the women were lying on the ground. Because the Englishman says, first things first. Pray with me. That is why the people of Zebilla want to give me the second chance to go so that I'll be able to complete that project and other projects.
Thank you very much. Let me get to Honorable Azuga. Yes. Okay, so I think, yes. There was no question. Yeah, I mean, there was a question, yes. Okay, yes, speak into the microphone. It's on already, it's on. Go ahead, just go ahead and speak. Speak, you can make your point, I'm listening. Okay, I think there was no question for you. So let me, I'll come back to you, we're not done with you yet. Let me get to, I'm told that the Bawuku Naba's representative is here. It's only appropriate that he addresses us briefly. So if the representative of the Bawuku Naba is here with us, can you please address us briefly with a message from the Bawuku Naba so we can continue with the conversation? Yes. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Yes, we are listening to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honorable members of Parliament, all other friends gathered here. Ladies and gentlemen, briefly, I stand here on behalf of the Paramount Chief of the Bawuku Traditional Area and on behalf of the delegation that he has asked us to represent him, just to give a little piece of advice concerning peace. The Bawuku Naba has on several occasions invited the traditional leaders, queen mothers, opinion leaders, and his everyday speech, he prays to his gods and all the ancestors to guide the people of Bawuku so that we have peace before, during, and after elections. And it is very important that we send this message to all of us seated here. I remember quite well that the moderator just hinted what the Bawuku Naba has been saying, or what he said a few days ago about peace. And I think that it is something we really need to echo. And he has equally advised, especially the youth. I think that according to him, and for that matter, everybody, we now know that Bawuku, we need peace. So we have to share this to everybody because the whole world is looking at us, and we now know that Bawuku is peaceful, and that is why things are going back to normal. So let us sustain the peace. And with all that we are doing here, if there is peace, there will be success, and we will all continue to live peacefully in Bawuku, and Bawuku will continue to grow from strength to strength. With this, for want of time, I say thank you for all of you, and may we all go home peacefully. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. In fact, I like the word of peace, and so I'm happy you are clapping also. Clap for yourselves because you've been calm ever since. You know, it was always going to be a challenge getting all of you to ask questions. And that is the reason why we send ballot boxes around. Our time is up. The conversation will definitely continue. But for now, I know it will continue online, it will continue in our homes, we'll engage ourselves peacefully. But for now, we need to give the panelists 30 seconds each to speak to you, their constituents, and the whole of Ghana, why you should retain them or vote for them as members of parliament. I started with you, Honorable Azuga, yes. And yes, let me, is your microphone working? If it's not working, I would come back to you, be rectified shortly. So let me get to you, let me start off with you. No, it's not working. Okay, it's working. Okay. Honorable Azuga, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, the constituents of Garu. This evening, we engaged Joy News to give an account and to explain to you why we should vote back to power. I should get the nod to serve you the second term because one, the district hospital that was awarded under the John Dramani Mahama regime has been left to rot. Even the iron rods, we can't trace them under the supervision of the ruling government. I want to come back and ensure that that district hospital is completed. I want to come back and ensure that the Tamde irrigation dam, which we lobbied and made sure that it started during our time, it has stalled. The contractor has been there. The project is not completing. We have several uncompleted projects in the district.
Thank you.
And for that matter, I want to come back and ensure that that is completed. I want to help JM to come back.
Thank you very much.
And then
thank you very much.
Move Ghana to the next level.
Let me get to you, Honorable Cletus Avoka, on why the people of Zebilla should bring you as Member of Parliament.
Thank you. Parliament is not a job for everybody. It's not a job for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. It is a place where experienced, knowledgeable, and people who can lobby for the development projects can be assembled to support their areas. I have acquired that reputation. I have a positive track record, and I'm confident that when I get back there, I'll be able to support my people, and my people are behind me. And come 7th December 2020, inshallah, we shall be there.
Thank you very much. Let me get to you, Honorable Fuseni Adongo. Why should he be retained as Member of Parliament?
I'm surprised to hear somebody who has been a veteran Member of Parliament to say it's not for small people. Then that means that the small ones will not grow. Then that means the small one will not grow. Like the youth who are here, who are always following Honorable Avoka, then you will not grow.
He says it's for experienced people.
The thing here is that
hold on, he didn't say
the Garu Hospital. Okay, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
The Garu Hospital. The Garu Hospital. Please, point of information. By virtue of my background, professional background, I'm in the health committee in Parliament. There was a time
you have 5 seconds to go.
Somebody was engaged for my committee, and he was far away from Upper East, and he was talking about the Garu project that they have started. When I found out from the DCE The DCE told me that the contract was awarded to a white man, and he collected his things and went away.
Thank you very much.
They have not done the foundation.
Honorable Fusini.
So the people of Zebilla, you thought right. You voted for me. I became a member of parliament.
Thank you.
Have tapped my experiences. You have seen the projects. Look, this book is full of projects.
Thank you very
much. For
much.
the 3 years I've been in parliament.
Thank you.
I know I am number one.
Thank
going
you.
with my competent
Thank you very much.
President.
Let me get to Honorable Mama Yariga. Honorable Fusini. Honorable Fusini, thank you. Honorable Mama Yariga. Honorable Mama Yariga, in 30
when we began, we're told that my opponent, who is also my mother, Honorable Gabiana, is indisposed, and that's why she's unable to attend. We pray for her for speedy recovery. On a lighter note, there's a job to be done in Bawuku, and Gabiana has a son as competent as myself, and she wants to take the job to do. And I say, no, my mother, please stay in retirement. Let me continue to do the job. So, on a lighter note, I am asking that my mother should remain in retirement and let me continue to do the job. Our people say that the donkey delivers so that the waste will rest. So my mother has to wait so that I will do the job. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable MCE in 30 seconds.
Thank you very much. My MP has already told you what is happening to my parliamentary candidate. So we'll continue to pray that she is well. But she has got all the good intentions for Bawuku as a woman. You know, women in parliament, they are mostly considered. I'm not in parliament, but I hear that they consider more women than men. So let's pray for her. She'll get well and come back to us. As a municipal chief,